everybody, welcome to another episode of Hey Man. I am Josh Wolf.
I am Jacob Wolf.
Hey man.
Hey man.
First of all, I just want to say to everybody a couple of things. If you hear some weird, can you hear any of that background? No, there are people on my roof right now.
No, I can't hear that. I don't think I would even notice if you said anything.
We have a pigeon situation. Your mom is so disgusted because she thinks she can hear them fucking. She's like, do you think they're having sex right now? Because it's just like at weird hours, you just hear. By the way, that's not a bad bird impersonation.
It's pretty good, actually.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Ready? And just picture that. Picture there's a bird on your roof. Huh?
It sounds just more like a sneaky fart, but that works too.
That sounds like a fart? What's wrong with your butthole? If that's sounds like a fart?
Dude, the amount of sounds that I've heard come out of your asshole is ridiculous. So
yeah, but my butthole's never sounded like a pigeon before. I want to tell you right now. Can I tell you right now? For real, just between you and I and everybody listening.
And the thousands of people who are going to watch this.
I have the worst gas. Now, listen, you know me, man. When I tell you the worst gas.
Yeah, I've heard you say this a couple times in the last couple years.
Yeah, but I've farted myself out of 2 rooms today.
Gross.
Yeah, I was just like, the first one, I was like, yeah, let's see what kind of brand I'm dishing out today. And I was like, what the shit? Like when your own brand chases you out of a room. I apologized to your mom today. When's the last time I apologized to your mom for a fart?
Never.
No, it was like intense. It was one of those ones that was like if it had been a cartoon, a skull would have come out of my butthole. Do you know what I mean? And floated over to somebody else.
Yeah. Or it would have been like that fake like gas bomb where it shoots through all the windows and everybody was running out. Yeah.
That's what it would have been. That's what it would have been for sure.
That's unfortunate for
everybody. The only person that doesn't seem to mind is Indiana. Although I farted directly on top of his head yesterday. Indiana's our dog, by the way. He's taken to, when I'm standing there, coming up behind me and putting his head between my legs. So when I look down, I can just see his nose and his eyes looking up, right? Well, he came in at the wrong time.
Bummer.
Oh, yeah. Bummer for him, for sure. I don't think that his fur will ever bounce back in that one little area. People are going to be, was he born like this? Not really. Yeah, it looks like Ash Wednesday every day for him. Is your dog doing Ash Wednesday? Yeah. He did Ass Wednesday yesterday. All right. Well, I just thought I'd let you know about that. That's probably not something what we needed to get into, but you're welcome.
Wasn't really on the top. It wasn't really on the list, but okay.
Yeah. Your hair and your beard are looking good. You're wearing a t-shirt of that. Will you stand up? That was one of my favorite t-shirts of all time. Big in Japan. One of my favorite t-shirts of all time. You got a good one there.
I like this t-shirt. I'm trying to make it last. It's ripping it. It's ripping at the bottom.
It came ripped.
It's even more ripped now.
I want to tell you something though, dude. You look, this is going to sound weird. Like there was an opposite, but clothes look good on you. Like they hang well. Like you wear clothes well.
Yeah.
That's a good looking. Yeah, that's good looking. You like clothes? Me too. Another thing, everybody, Jacob Wolf is in Panama right now. He will be back on Friday. And then the following week,
Saturday morning.
The following week, April 1st, he will be in San Diego with me. I'm in San Diego that first weekend in April. The second weekend in April, everybody, I'm in Sacramento. I will be in St. Louis in April. I will also have some surprise dates popping up that I would love for everybody to come through to. Yep, that's right. But go check comedianjoshwolf.com. People ask me all the time. And guys, I'm in Springfield, Missouri this weekend, but my shows are selling out. And so, okay, that looks good like that. And so make sure you come on out. And I also want to thank everybody for listening to this podcast. But also some big news potentially coming up today about the podcast. But just remind everybody, listen, man, we're having a good time doing what we're doing. So if you like it, download, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your folks, tell your friends. And with that, man, I'm looking forward to seeing you when you come home.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to be back in the States. I'm just It's been one hell of a ride out here in Panama. It's been cool. I mean, it's been, not a terrible place to work except for bugs. I have like 40 plus on me, bug bites at all times. The city was beautiful. Got some tattoos while I was out here.
Yeah, let's see what tats you got.
So it's like
It's a guitar. I can see it.
So it's guitar. This whole part of my arm is going to be a dedication to my buddy Jackson, who passed away a couple years ago. And then, so I'm just starting with something. That's my first image. Actually, everything else has been words. And then I get something on my wrist that reads "Queso pa,"
Queso pa.
which is queso pa, which here in Panama it originated here and has kind of just spread through the world. Queso pa is like "What's up?" Like "What's happening?" It's slang. It's "Que paso," but backwards.
Yeah.
Like instead of an S. It's with an X.
Queso pa.
So
what other words did you learn?
A bunch that I can't even remember. But and everybody's like queso pa spelled with an S. I go, no, that's quesopa. So quesopa would be what soup. So you have to make sure you spell with an X.
Queso pa. That's
Queso pa.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, all the locals have really enjoyed this tattoo. It's I think it was a good move.
Tell me, man, two things. One, what is the most unexpected thing you were like, yeah, I really liked coming down here. Like this was really a good trip for this reason, or I can't believe I wasn't expecting this. This is good stuff. And is Panama a place that you would go back and visit?
I think the most unexpected, I mean, for me, like the city's beautiful. Like as much as it's cool being out here on the beach, like we're 30 minutes from civilization. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we have to take a 30-minute drive to get into the city because we're just on like an island. Like there's 2 resorts here where we are, and then the rest of it's just uninhabited. Like we're literally on the edge of a jungle. Like we've seen snakes. I've seen spiders the size of my palm. We've seen scorpions.
Scorpions?
Oh, dude. Yeah,
you've seen some of the land lobsters?
We caught a scorpion on set. We had to catch it.
Yo, can I tell you something? Somebody told me out here in Vegas, they were like, make sure you get your house scorpion proofed. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Said, yeah, you're going to have scorpions. And I was like, what? Well, how big is what is that? How big is a scorpion? It's not deadly, right? Scorpions aren't deadly. They just hurt.
Not true. Not true. So here's the thing also with snakes and scorpions, this is your big thing to know. I watched too much Animal Planet as a kid as I get into this. The adolescent scorpions and snakes are actually going to be more dangerous than your full-grown scorpion or snake for one reason only.
More aggressive?
As an adolescent, they can't control how much venom they let out in each sting or bite. So say you see an adolescent rattlesnake and you get bit by that. In their venom ducts, they could just release every single drop they have of venom in their body into your bloodstream, and that could be potentially fatal. Full-grown rattlesnakes know what to let off when they bite, so they don't they have a system to not let every single drop of venom out. Same with scorpions when they sting you.
Wait, so the rattlesnake can be like, I don't like the way this motherfucker looks. All of the venom, or you know what? He didn't step on me. He just stepped near me. Let me just give him a little like that kind of. You think that goes through their head? Like I'm not. No. I'm not discounting what you're saying. I'm asking. Like they decide.
No, so the grown snakes and scorpions just have it's just a system in their body. They just let off a certain amount in each time just to paralyze their prey. The adolescents don't know how to control their venom duct, so they just release. They can release all of it. They can release a little of it. It's not really under their control per se. Same with scorpions.
It's not like the snake is in the jungle. Like I saw this dude yesterday. I rattled. And let me just give him a little taste of the venom so he doesn't come back. They're not deciding. They're like, yo, I don't like this dude's orange coat. All of the venom for you, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But same with
is he wearing feelers? Well, so. Let's kill him.
Yeah. So the scorpion we saw, he was jet black. He was like an all black scorpion. He was like from head to toe, just pitch black. It was kind of crazy. We caught him in a little box. Or at least I was with one of the locals when I was with one of the locals when he did. You know damn well I wasn't getting near that thing.
How big?
Why? He probably would have fit in the size of my palm.
Well, why they don't jump or anything? Why not just put a little box over him?
Well, that's what we did. They caught him in a box, and then
I'm asking you, like you went after it to pick up a snake and a lizard. Like, why not just put a box over a little
Okay,
Venom
a
lobster.
lizard doesn't have venom. A snake I've handled before, so I feel like I have thoughts for it. Scorpions also just freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, they're not
I'm
good
good.
looking things.
I also have like the bugs out here have been nuts. I'm not gonna lie, but like
Yeah,
I saw a moth the other night,
yeah. No,
dude.
biggin. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like bird moths. Yeah. The prehistoric moths. I'm out
Dude.
on that.
I opened so into our control room is like it's like under where we're shooting, and I open the door to go out, and I close it, and I go back to turn around to go back inside, and this thing is chilling on the door about head height with me, and I was like, what is that?
What color?
In the world? All brown, like brown, light brown, just like somebody's like, you should have said a butterfly. I go, guys, the sun's down. This is a moth. Like, what are we talking about here? That's not a question. This thing was a massive, like, panic, full panic. Like,
do you know what's crazy? And by the way, you and I want to ask you, what do you feel like? And you got that moth panic from me. What do you feel like? And it's not even about moths, guys. I know you guys are listening. Like, are you too scared of moths? Nah.
It's like a big insect panic, which, by the way, is valid.
And by the way, if I see it, I don't panic. But if it flies past me and I don't see it, I do have a tendency to panic. And panic's not the right word. Just a quick little freak out. However, do you know what's funny, dude? Is I was way worse pre-kids. But do you know why? Like, I was legitimately, I had told myself, do you ever hear the story about when I ran into a sliding glass door?
I mean, I remember the one about me and Caleb running into sliding glass doors.
Okay. When I was about 10 years old, I was in the backyard mowing the lawn. And I wasn't allowed to come in until everyone else was eating dinner. But I had put off mowing the lawn all day. And my dad was like, hey, man, I told you had to mow the lawn today. Sun's going down. And I was like, but there's dinner. And he was like, well, then mow the lawn before dinner. So I could see them. They were in the living room. I could see them sliding glass door. Our living room, our dining room, they were eating dinner. Our dining room was a oddly set up house, but I could see them through the back door, sliding glass door. I'm mowing the lawn. And a bee doesn't sting me, dude. And look, I'm going to come out and admit this, even though none of my family listens to this podcast. Was it a bee? I don't know. It went zzz, and it came near me here. And I'm, for those of you listening, I'm pointing to my neck, and it zzz, and I freaked out, man. I let go of the lawnmower and I just started running inside. And I remember seeing my brother Jonathan just with a fork, just kind of looking out the window. And as I'm getting closer, he's just still looking like, and I ran head full of panic straight into that sliding glass door, bounced off, boom, got up, opened that door, shut it. Lawnmower was fucking. But so I've always convinced myself, this is interesting, by the way, I'll get to a point. I'd always convinced myself that I was just scared of bees. And then I had you guys. And I was like, oh, I can't react like that anymore. There were so many things that I thought I was scared of. I had just told myself I was. But then when I had you guys, I was like, oh, I can't react like this anymore. This is not, I'm the person in charge. I'm not being taken care of. I am the caretaker. So I cannot. So it was so weird how my brain was like, yeah, you're not allowed to be scared of that shit anymore. And I just, even though I could feel it inside, I didn't do the outward reaction. You guys cured me.
Yeah, but then nowadays, when you've had your kids and we're all gone, you walk through a cobweb, you still lose your shit.
Yeah, well, I don't like that at all. But like, for example, dude, when that snake bit you on Bellingham.
Not on Bellingham.
When that snake bit you in the past, I might have freaked out. But I knew I couldn't. I was standing right in front of you.
I was also already freaking out. So if you had freaked out, we would have both freaked out.
That's right. And so for me, that was not something I wanted to hand down to you guys. But
Too late.
you know what's crazy is just the idea. If I told you it was a butterfly, you might not have been as panicky. Just the word moth is worse than butterfly. I don't panic about those things anymore unless it fly. Look, man, if I see it, I'm fine. Like I said, but if it flew up behind me right now and just went, I scare. It's not that here's the thing. I'm not scared of those things anymore. Like those things, if I see it and it's coming, I'm going to be fine. I can actually, but I still scare so easily. That bug, leaf, cobweb, I still, if you're going to get me, you know, I jazz hands and you know,
Yeah. Hello, Indiana.
Guess who doesn't like the people on the roof?
Big
That
Booty
dude.
Judy.
Oh my. Hold on one second. Hey, Indiana. I know he's barking at the bird, guys. He's losing his
Yo,
mind.
I've never seen this bug before, and I don't know what it is. I think it's like a scorpion spider hybrid.
Oh,
and
okay.
so
Is it a spider or a scorpion?
I like scorpion more.
I like scorpion too.
I like scorpion.
I love scorpion. Okay.
Yeah.
A scorpion.
I'll show you a picture when I get back because I took a video, but the video doesn't do justice. With legs, also antennas. With legs and antennas included, I don't know. The body's about the size of my palm.
I still don't understand.
It had like,
what's it called? Is it a spider?
I think it's like I think it's called like a cave scorpion spider. Like it's
okay, here's the question. And you saw it, so you tell me. Did the spider fuck the scorpion? Did the scorpion fuck the spider? It's like when you see someone's like, hey, there's a dog that's half pit bull, half chihuahua. I'm like, that's a rape victim. Like that's either a rape victim or a dog that was really aggressive and just jumping while it had sex.
I'm going to go scorpion fuck the spider because it had 8 legs, but the rest of it just gave off like. It didn't have the tail, but it looked like a crazy hard shell back. And it moved pretty slow. It didn't really fear people. And it sat again on that control room door. And it just sat there at the bottom. And for 2 days, it just moved spots, but it stayed right in that like vicinity.
Fuck, dude, why didn't you guys get rid of it?
We don't know if it's poisonous or not. I'm not fucking touching that thing.
Or if it jumped.
Or flew.
Get out. Why would it fly? A scorpion spider. Why would a scorpion fly? Maybe it does. Do you think it just wings come out?
I don't know. Evolution's a crazy ass thing, man. Fucking science. I don't know. He could have evolved and adapted and now has fucking wings.
Yeah, that happened to squirrels. That's weird.
But I wasn't playing any games. So I took my photos and I left. And I stayed away from the control room for the rest of the night. But
why didn't you get one of those, one of those blow dart guns? Just
I can't buy that out here.
I know. Yes, you
can. However, well, I mean, you probably could, but however, there are spots of this country that are inhabited by still tribes. Which
that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Pretty nuts.
I do want to mention something, everybody. Jacob's coming home in a couple of days. And I know he wishes, but I have not, and neither of you, judging by the amount of messages that I get about this. We have not forget about the OnlyFans fee for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, look. Here's how I'm going to up the ante. I want this to happen so desperately. You know how much I like to be right. So this is not, this is past comedy now. This is past trying to earn you some money. This is now into the deep recesses of what's important to me. And near the top of that list is being right.
Just so you know, I'm living in your head rent free from saying no. So
no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, I'm not obsessed with it. I only think about it when you and I talk, but because I think it'll be funny and I like to be right. That's true. I do write down
rent free.
I do
rent free.
No, this is not a situation where it's rent free. You keep saying that, but you don't understand. I don't think you understand the saying. But by the way,
You're still trying to defend it.
you keep saying rent free is really bothering me. You know that too. You
Big
son-
rent free.
Okay.
Rent free energy.
Okay. So here's the deal. Here's what I say we do. We set up a competition. What would that competition look like? Where if I win, you have to start an OnlyFans account. You got to give me 3 months. At least.
3 months of the OnlyFans account?
Yeah, dude, we can't do 1 month. We got to do 3 months. You got to give it a shot to work.
Okay.
And if you win, pick it.
You have to get an OnlyFans account.
Well, that's something I can't do career-wise. Just can't. But it could be
tomato.
What does that mean?
You won't get that. It's like some meme on the internet right now. It's like boo, corny, tomato, throwing tomatoes.
Oh, tomato. Got it.
Yeah.
Listen, what? I guess I could do an only. You want me to do an OnlyFans for my feet? That's what you want me to do?
Or your pale ass legs.
I mean, look, I guess I would do one. I was thinking we would think of like a more creative, like however you want to do it. It's up to you. It's your prize.
I'll do something different. I figured that would be more when you put up more of a fight for that. So that was less fun for me.
Oh, no. I want you to think about this. We don't have to decide right now. And I would think people could send in their suggestions. Look, it could be an OnlyFans account if you want. I'd have to talk to your mom.
No. I'll think
I could do an OnlyFans, or like I could, it could be me doing something embarrassing or admitting something, or you could be like, I want, you know what I mean? Like something like that.
If I win,
You have to say on camera that your parents ordered the porn.
Ooh, doggy.
There's nothing I could have you do that would embarrass you. I've seen you walk down Fremont Street with your pants down, okay? There's not a lot of
I walked through Times Square naked. Did I ever tell you I walked
That's
through
what I'm saying.
I walked through Times Square naked, barefoot, by the way. Can I tell you that barefoot in Times Square was grosser than naked?
How did you not get ringworm?
Ringworm, like, I remember walking naked through
Hepatitis
there.
A through C.
I was doing it for a Discovery show, and this was years ago. And there was a woman just walking next to us with the family. She was just camera down. And I look at her, I go, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm taking pictures of your dick." And I was like, okay.
Fair enough. Ask and you shall receive, I guess.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. So let's think about this. And so by next week, I want you to come up with is the porn one it? Because look,
Nope, that's it. That's it. There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing that I could make you do that would really embarrass you.
I want you to know that Grandma and Grandpa are coming here in a couple weeks, and we are doing a reaction video of them watching the Who Ordered the Porn.
Oh, good Lord.
Pretty great, right?
That should be fun.
Oh, and I think it's got to be Grandma and Grandpa. So we have to think about what this competition is going to be, right? And do we have to be in person? Do we have to be in person together to film it? I don't know. We can film it.
Are we doing the vroom vroom?
The vroom vroom? The car?
Vegas tracks?
I would have to fly you out here for a day.
Or we could do, I remember I told you I was a better trash basketball player than you. Like, not like actual basketball player who's trash, but like trash can basketball player.
Right. So this is what we have to decide. We have to decide if we need to film it together, because if we do, I have to fly you out here or I have to come down there. I think together is probably a better idea.
Probably makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay.
That way you can't cheat and pre-record something.
Oh, that's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I would 100% cheated. I know people.
I know.
You would have cheated to beat your son? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's how scared he is, guys.
No.
Rent free.
No.
Rent free.
No. That's got nothing to do with that. I want to be right so badly. And not only that, that like for something like this, I don't mind cheating to win.
No, that's why we have to be in person.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And I'm going to need a referee as well in the room. Pinstripes and all.
Oh, fair enough. Maybe we get your mom to do that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if we should do your mom, only because if there is a chance where there's a question about who's winning or who's doing better, she's going to pick you. Right.
Yeah,
So
because I'm gonna pay the referee before. Duh.
yeah, all you have to do is give her a hug and you win. So we would have to it would have to be a situation where the referee couldn't sway
We should literally just hire like a rec league
I
ref.
think your mom's a great idea. We just have to make sure she can't push the edge to you.
We'll see about that.
I know, because I was going to say we could get your mom or Maaan, but they're both going to push.
No, Iman would not let me win. She would actually like to see me lose.
Oh, really? Oh, should she want
Iman actually.
Does she want to see the
Iman actually would
OnlyFans?
be well, she does. She thinks it would be a good idea, but also Iman would be the perfect ref because she don't lean to one side. Like she'll call it like it is for sure.
Okay. I can't believe that Maaan wants to see you do the OnlyFans, but you don't want to do it.
So many people want to see me do it.
Everybody wants to see your OnlyFans toe account. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Yeah. Toe Burrow is still the best thing going. Todell Beckham Jr.
Todell Beckham Jr.
That might be my favorite one. But
Still the best one, I think.
Yeah, I think Toe Biden is funny. I think it's all
What do
funny.
you want to tell Toe Biden right now?
Bing bong.
Fuck your life.
Okay, so listen, dude. So by next week, let's just come up. We'll both come back with some competition ideas. You know what? How about this? I'll let you pick it. You and Maaan decide. I'll let you pick it.
No. I'll come up with a couple, and we'll pick ones that seem like it'll be an even match. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
When you said
we can't
pick
do
it,
anything.
first one that
We can't do anything
When you
like
said
foot race
pick
or
it-
anything like that. Like
no. When you said pick it, though, first thing that came to mind was batting cages.
you don't want to do that.
I know.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I mean, I would do it. If you want to do batting cages, I'm on board for it, but you're going to lose.
Well,
that.
we would have to pick it. So it's 30 pitches, and it would have to be out of 30, and we'd probably do like multiple rounds at different speeds. But I just can't go past 70 because I can't hit a 70-mile-an-hour ball.
Well, I don't know if I can anymore. I haven't swung a baseball bat in I don't know how long. And I think you probably have. There's a chance that I get hurt second or third swing. And
Because you're going to swing way too hard.
100%. And batting cages might be right now because look, I think if you gave me a month, you don't have a shot. But I think stepping in cold after this long, I think you've probably been to the cages before since I have.
Yeah, mate. Oh, I mean, like I went with Aman on a date because we went to Castle Park to go mini golfing, but like that was like probably a year ago. I mean, but like I still just take fun. Like I have a bunch of bats in my room, so I just take cuts for fun, just to like.
Yeah, I also think like what's interesting is as you got older, you became a better hitter when you left baseball, which was weird.
Yeah,
like you're a better hitter now than you were when you played baseball.
Yeah. Well, because when I was a hitter and I was young, I was so frustrated that I couldn't hit the ball.
It was in your head.
And so when I was given tips to try and hit the ball, I was thinking too much about make sure you hit the ball. Don't care about this. Just swing as hard as you can. Yeah. Or I was too scared of the ball that was being thrown at me because I had been hit so many times as a batter. Yeah. Like I'd been hitting the shoulder, I'd been hitting the head, I'd been hitting the thigh. Like there was a ball that got thrown at me that was so slow, I caught it and threw it back at the pitcher and ran to first. That. Like you remember that? Like
yeah, I remember that.
I've just been hit so many times, and as the speed got higher and higher, I only got more and more scared.
Well, but then
also I lacked a lot of confidence.
Yes, you did.
As a kid.
At the plate, you did, not in the field. But at the plate you did. Not in the middle. That's what I mean. But a lot of that had to do less with your ability and more to do with your size and strength.
Oh, 100%. I was smaller.
Yeah.
Than everybody, especially when we got to high school.
Yeah. Okay. I actually wrote a couple things down to talk about.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, when's the last time I did that? Never? Okay.
No, we did it a couple times.
Okay. Two things I do. Oh, a couple things I want to talk about. One. What do you think about the Deshaun Watson situation?
I think it's really interesting. I think I think it was strange how they offered him contract. He said no. And then Baker requested a trade. And then they also said no to that. And then they came back at Deshaun with a higher value contract. And he said yes, which I thought was really interesting. But what I also find really interesting is the Browns didn't decide to ask any of the women or investigate the sexual assault allegations any further. They just went and signed them. So they didn't go ask the lawyers or any of the 22 women.
They did their due diligence outside of the actual case. And this is interesting. Like, I don't know how much is true, but no team talked to the women or the lawyer. And from what I understand, it was because of the case, and they didn't want to say anything that could help the case, that could hurt the case. Like, it's still in legal, whatever. Like, they didn't think it was a smart thing to touch. They didn't want to be seen as tampering or trying to pressure anybody or anything like that. So I don't know enough about the law to have an opinion on that. My question was not about the contract. It's pretty obviously why he took the contract. He took the contract because it's guaranteed money. So regardless what happens, how long he's suspended, he's going to have money, and he's going to have money to pay these women, which is going to be substantial, right?
But why Cleveland?
They're the only people that would guarantee him the money. And without a doubt, on paper, the best roster out of all those teams. Now, I will say the AFC, and Matty Ryan got traded over there yesterday. The AFC is ridiculous.
Stacked right now, dude.
But here's more of my question, man. How do you feel? Because there's a bunch of people like he shouldn't work. They can't believe they're signing him. There's some people who are upset that, look, what he got traded for is no less than it would have been if he hadn't been. I think that's what a lot of people are like. Wait, he's still valued the same. This amount of draft picks, this amount of money. He's got 22 civil cases against him, 22 women, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where I fall on this. So you don't have to jump on the sword real quick. And I go back and forth. It's just, I hearken back to Mike Vick. And people were so mad that he was getting back in the league. And my thing was like, he paid his debt to society.
Yeah.
If you don't like the legal system, that's one thing. But like, this is how it works. Are we saying that once you pay your debt, you're not allowed to lead a life like everybody else? And are you picking and choosing? Yeah, bank robbers can, but people who dogfight can't. Or, home invaders can, but rapists can't. You know what I mean? You're not, if you do this level of crime, you're not allowed to have a life once you get out of jail. Right. And so I find it, for me, look, the dude again I'm caught between two things. This isn't a he said, she said. This is a he said, she 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 said. Like, you know what I'm saying?
22.
Right. Now, for a league that has had questions circling around it about how much it cares about women, it's a tough look.
Yeah. For how much of a hard line that they draw.
It's a tough look. Now, they haven't handed down a penalty yet, but it's a tough look on the other end. And I think this is kind of where I stand. Again, I just go back to, this is the way the system's set up. Zero legal, not that he was found not guilty. No charges. Yeah. Okay. So look, man, you can say however it looks or whatever the visual or optics are. No charges. So I think where I go with this is, hey man, like, again, you may not like the way the system's set up and you may think this dude is dodging it, or you may, however, but I have to stay within what the system is set up, because if I start making my own individual rules or exceptions within the system, everybody will have different exceptions, and that way the system doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? So like,
Right.
Look, I understand, and a guaranteed contract is a lot, and that kind of money is crazy, but
You're guaranteed like 50 million, right? Something like that.
230, dude. It's 100%
Oh, it was a
guaranteed. 100% guaranteed.
Jeez.
100% guaranteed. So like that's where I'm
I
at.
don't even if he's still, even if this didn't happen, I still don't think he's worth that money.
Well, that's to the Browns. He is. The Browns haven't had a quarterback to the Browns. He is. And in that conference, in that division, if you don't have a quarterback, you're not winning. By the way, look at how young Mahomes and Josh Allen are. And Toe Burrow. If you don't have a quarterback in that conference, you're fucked. So they know that going in. Not only that, like the draft capital, I guess, but guys like Watson, whatever first round pick was going to do for you, just having Watson on your team is worth 2 or 3 at least extra W's a year. Like that dude's going to win you games, you know?
Yeah. More than fucking Baker is, that's for sure.
What I got to tell you,
Where's he going?
I don't know,
speculation?
man. Listen, he seems, and I'm going to tell you, coming out of college, I really like this dude. I didn't think he was a number 1 quarterback, but I really liked his attitude and his grit. But he's turned out to be such an emotional. Like,
wait, you couldn't see the emotion when he played for Oklahoma when he gave Kansas the bird and grabbed his nuts?
Competitive, emotional, I don't mind. Social media, this thing where your generation feels like this is how I'm feeling, so I need everybody to know, is like, I just don't get it, especially if it's got to do with your business, man. Nobody wants to be in business with an emotionally unstable person, especially at that position. So like that thing to come out where he was like, that thing about they were looking at Deshaun Watson. So I needed, dude, this dude, since he's come in the league, I think has the second most interceptions out of anybody in the league. Like, this is not, people are like, yeah, he took the Browns to the playoffs. They have an outstanding roster. They have a top 5 defense. They had Jarvis Landry, Todell Beckham, Nick Chubb, all these motherfuckers. And you're the weak link, dude. So it's a business. They're going to try, if they can get Deshaun Watson instead of you, yeah. And if not, then go back and do your job. Do your job. Do your fucking job. So that's where I stand with it. Do you have any opinions?
No, I mean, like, I feel like that's kind of in the realm of where I would be as well. Like, the no charges definitely is what, like, wouldn't say seals the deal for me, but also, is a big point and a big thing to make sure we look at, because there are 22 accusations as of right now, but not a single filed charge.
That's it.
And so that definitely is a big loophole for sure.
Look,
but not loophole, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
But I have a question also just on another QB trade. But how would you feel about being Matt Ryan, a former NFL MVP, getting traded for a third round round pick?
Absolutely great.
Well, I think it's good for the Colts, but how are you getting a third round pick for a former MVP?
I think because his value's down just a little bit. He doesn't hit the top end.
Bit.
Top end Matt Ryan isn't around anymore, but third round is right for who that dude is. Not only that, I mean, look, it depends. There's 2 ways to look at it, because the Washington Commanders gave up more for Carson Wentz than the Colts did for Matt Ryan. So it depends on how you look at that. That's fucking crazy to think of. Yeah. But if I'm Matt Ryan, I am super psyched to be out of Atlanta and to be on a team that was a quarterback away.
It has a great defense,
great running game,
outstanding O-line, an outstanding running game. Yeah. He's going to get hit. He's going to get hit way less.
Dude, the North and the AFC North and the AFC West are murderers.
The AFC West right now with Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, and Russell Wilson.
Dude, can I tell you, 2 years removed from the AFC Championship game. Weren't the Titans in the championship game? 2 years removed. They're not even in the top 8 odds to win the Super Bowl in Vegas.
Yeah, this might be one of
The Raiders aren't even in the top.
Seen.
Crazy. I can't wait to see the AFC. I cannot wait to see it. Now I'm going to ask you, I got to run out of here pretty soon because I need to walk, what's his name? And it's been getting hotter. So I need to get him in and out.
Cool.
But let me ask you a question because we were just talking about insects and shit. If you had to choose one 4-legged animal, no reptiles, no rodents, 4-legged animal to fight and win. Give me some options.
For you or for me?
For you. Now I'm going to take out house cat too.
I've already fought those and won, so we're good.
You fought a house cat?
Well, Kate's cat Cooper kept attacking me when we were in Seattle, and I launched his ass across the fucking living room.
Yeah. See you later, Cooper.
Like full on launched him.
I'm going to go with one.
Go ahead.
Ready? I'm going to take dog out of the equation because I don't like that. 4-legged and too bad we can't do turtle because that goes into the water. So we said no water. I don't know if I could beat up a turtle. I mean, I could toss him around, but he's going to be in his little shell, you know? I'm not putting my.
Not use. Yeah, all I'm saying is just take a rock and crack his shell. What are you talking about?
Oh, we're using outside, not just our bare hands.
No, if we're out in the wild, I get to use the forces of nature as well.
I'll tell you what I'm picking.
Fight.
You ready what I'm picking? Because I'm assuming possum is in the rodent marsupial. Is it a marsupial? Ready for me? And listen, I don't love this choice. Oh, irrational fears. Dude, before we go, you and I share irrational fears. You know, the
same irrational fear. Yeah. The same one.
That the irrational fear that every trash can we open is going to have a raccoon in it. Every time I open one of those big, I'm like, this one has the raccoon. Yeah.
Yeah. And every time I open it, but I keep my face away.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I hate that. Because one day it's gonna fucking happen.
I'm picking raccoon though. That's the one I can beat. Now I'm not gonna like the fight. I'm gonna get scratched up. Those motherfuckers are, but I'm picking trash panda because I think I can get close enough to land the first punch. And I don't know how I'm beating up. Like, do they take punches? I think I got to grab it and just fucking, I don't know. I've never fought a wild animal. That seems intense.
You just kick. I think if you kicked it hard enough, you could break its ribs and then really go from there.
Okay. Well, I'm going raccoon. What are you going with?
I mean, raccoon seems like the easy route.
Oh, okay. What are you picking?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that might put up a little more of a. I mean, don't get me wrong. The raccoon.
You don't think a raccoon's going to put up a fight?
No. The raccoon's going to put up a little bit of fight, but it's going to be a short fight.
What are you going, badger?
Nah, fuck a badger. I don't know. Like, part of me. Nah, because that thing.
What
moves quick?
Which one?
I'm thinking in my head like not a pig, but a hog.
Yo,
and so
dude.
if I'm it. Yeah, but here's the thing, and I know this about hogs. When they run at you, they can't turn fast. So if I stand in front of a tree or a rock and it runs at me fast and I jump over it or I move, it runs into the tree or the rock.
Can I ask a question? You're not talking like pig, like Porky Pig. You're talking about feral hog.
Talking about like hog. Yeah.
Yeah,
hog.
Those things will gut you. But I love
tusks.
Okay, so let's say you can pick up whatever weapon is around, but no gun, no knife.
Yeah, so here's my thing. If the minute he runs past me, like, because they can't turn well. So if I wait until he's close enough and I duck out the way, he hits a tree or a rock, I pick up another rock and I throw the rock over his head.
Okay.
I don't know. It may not be a thought out plan for anybody who's listening to this. Tell me if that's accurate, but I feel like that's doable.
I'm going to tell you something right now, and I've never come face to face with a feral hog, but I know that's not doable. You tell me you're going to Olay the hog?
You got to remember, I can dunk. I got hops. I can jump that.
You better time that out right, man.
You may not be able to jump high. I can jump that.
Yo, dude.
Yeah, I'll just fucking.
You're gonna Olay it?
Shit. Yeah, exactly.
I love how you got like a big tree hidden behind a red blanket, and then you just Olay the hog, and he goes, dude.
Well, that's the thing. But when the hog sees red, it's not focused on what's behind you. So that's why when you
Right.
get out the way, it just goes poof.
I don't think they're that smart either.
No, they're not. They also don't run well like this. They run well like this.
Are you saying I pussed out by picking the raccoon, and you were more of a man by picking the feral hog?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to pick something a little more fun. It might be actually more of a fight. The raccoon, I just kick 6 times and we win.
Okay.
Feral hog got some meat to it.
All right. Well, listen, man, I will jump off of raccoon because that feels rodent-ish, even though it isn't.
Well, it's not rodent.
Yeah. Okay. So then, you know what I'm going to take? Deer.
Sure. Nope.
Yeah, deer.
Female or male?
Probably female
There you go.
or baby.
Bambi. Bambi.
Bambi.
Yeah. Well, a female deer, a doe, gives you a little more of a chance because you don't have to worry about the antlers coming through your
That's
face.
it. That's right. I go deer. And
No, man, because if a flailing hoof catches you, it breaks anything it touches.
Flailing Hoof is a great name for a punk band. Flailing
It
Hoof?
is.
What's better
It
name
is.
for a punk band? Flailing Hoof or Jet Black Sack?
Jet Black Sack sounds like a title of a terrible like pirated porno.
Boy, there's a rumor going around. You know, Bobby Lee takes out his nuts that Bobby Lee's got a Jet Black Sack. I mean,
Why,
I don't
'cause he's
think
got
I've
so
ever.
much hair.
I don't know. I've never seen his nut sack, so I may be the only person that never has. So,
Good answer.
and not because I'm like, oh, Bobby's taking his nuts out. I just haven't been around, when he's done it on. I think he's
Because if
done it on
Bobby takes his
stage.
nuts out, I know who's looking first.
Oh, I'll take a look at a Jet Black Sack. I've never seen Jet
Yeah.
Black Sack on an Asian dude or on anybody
I know
for
you
that matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
Jet Black is like, that's dark. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, dude, listen, I got to go walk this little dude.
I gotta get ready
This
for
is-
work.
This is your last podcast in Panama.
Thank God.
Now, listen,
I'm
man,
ready to come home.
when you come home, you have to go to the camera store and get a camera and a mic set up that is going to be baller.
Well, I have the mic and the Zoom at home, so I got that. I just now need to get the camera. I'll Google some. Will you send me this like with the one you have? Like, just send me which one you have because your camera looks good. I figured we just could use the same camera.
Okay. The mic you have, I might get you one of these, sure.
Okay, so not the Zoom one, not like the handheld one.
Let's take a look. I forget what it looks like. All right, and not only that, I tell you who I'm talking on the phone with about the podcast today.
Is it?
I
is
don't mention it.
free?
Don't mention it.
Is it? Yeah. Is it some like? Yeah. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I don't want to tip
surprise.
anything. Yeah, unless it happens. But it could be pretty big news.
That'll be sick.
Yeah.
It's the one you had asked me about last week, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So tell me something, man. What do you want to say before we sign off?
I've been especially after getting this tattoo and been on this trip, I've been talking about my boy a lot. So just for anybody out there, tell somebody you love them today. Make sure you check in on your loved ones. Make sure everybody's good. Somebody needs to talk. Make sure you're there to listen. That's all I got. Love you guys. ComedianJoshWolf.com for tour dates and tickets. Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. Jake_Wolf on Instagram. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok. That's all I got.
Guys, tell us what competitions you want to see us start doing. Dude, low key, it's one of the things your mom and I love the most about you. Just that thing you said about Jack just now and about reaching out to people, and you're just a good dude, man. You're a good guy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You're a good fucking guy. So,
And also, guess what? If you're struggling, guess what? You matter. Okay? You matter. Remember that.
that's true also. We'll talk about your friend Jack whenever you're ready to talk about him on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it.
All right.
Love you
hey,
guys.
Love you guys. Hey, listen, everybody, please remember, tell some friends. We're having a good time doing this. Let's blow it up. Because when we blow it up, guess what can happen? Jacob and I can come to your town and start doing shows there. As soon as we blow it up to a certain spot, we can just start traveling around and doing these live with you guys. Maybe even in your living room. Who knows? That might be weird. If we do
Just
a
invading
competition,
someone else's living room.
we do a competition, but we do the show from somebody's like apartment or house.
Logistically, we'd have to look into that.
Yeah, and like make sure we don't get murdered, that kind of stuff.
That's why that was mainly why I said logistically.
All right. All right, man.
Later,
Love you.
y'all.
Later.
Love you.
Thank you for the phone call. It doesn't matter if it's not ringing off the wall.